Hello everyone, welcome to GuruTech networking training. So in this video, we're going to learn how to handle three items here. One is to install Ubuntu Linux terminal in Windows 10 or Windows 11. Okay. Another item is to resolve this problem. WSL register distribution failed with this error. Okay. Right? And finally, I'm going to show you how to fix internet connectivity issues with WSL. So guys, I wanted to have a Linux terminal on my Windows machine due to certain labs that I was doing. So I did my research, I found how to do it. I encountered all the problems that you may encounter during this process. So I have documented that particular experience in this video. Please, if your issue is just to install Ubuntu Linux terminal, you're going to learn it here. If your issue is if you've encountered this problem, you're going to learn it and resolve it here. And finally, if your Linux distribution that you've just installed is not able to access the internet, you are in the correct place. You're going to learn how to resolve that problem. So without any further ado, let's get started. So just go to your browser and just type out to add Linux terminal to Windows. Okay. So you're going to find two links there. Click on the second one, which is under Microsoft. Okay. So the Microsoft has given us guide step by step on how to add a Linux terminal on our Windows machine. And as you can see, it's applicable for both Windows 10 and Windows 11. So do not worry about anything. So it's just a command that you're going to run. Ensure you open your PowerShell and run as admin. Okay. So after that one, you need to copy this command here. Okay. Just copy it and go back to your PowerShell and paste it there and run it. So it will take few seconds or few minutes to download all the required features and the Linux distribution. So just give it a few more minutes. Okay. Right. Perfect. So as you can see, all the required features have been downloaded. A virtual machine platform, Windows subsystem for Linux, as well as the Ubuntu operating system. So by default, when you run the WSL command, it install the Ubuntu. So we need to restart our machine. So we just need to go to the search bar and search the Ubuntu terminal that was just installed by WSL. Okay, so just go to search and search Ubuntu, right? Okay, so here is Ubuntu that was installed successfully. So, unfortunately, we're experiencing an error, which is WSL register distribution failed with that particular error. Please enable virtual machine platform Windows feature and ensure virtualization is enabled in BIOS. Wow. Right. So let's check steps to let's actually check steps to resolve this problem. Okay. All right. So the first step is to ensure that the virtual machine platform is enabled. Okay. So just go to your search and search turn Windows features on and off. Okay. All right. Just let it load, and we need to ensure that virtual machine platform and Windows subsystem for Linux is enabled. That's enabled, as well as Windows subsystems for Linux. Then I want us to enable one more item here. When I was doing my research, I found it one of the options there. You need to enable Hyper-V. Okay. All right. Then save. Just click OK. Right. So after enabling the two items, we need to as well ensure that virtualization is enabled in the BIOS. So to do that, just go to your task manager. Okay, click on the task manager and then go to performance. Then click on CPU item, then check on the virtualization column or row. You will see virtualization is indeed disabled, and that's the cause of the problem here. All right. So we need to go to the BIOS and enable virtualization, right? So it's very, very important that we enable virtualization before we go ahead with this item, okay? All right, so what I need to do, I just need to restart my computer and access BIOS via F10, okay? So I've accessed BIOS. So this is my BIOS. So I need to go under security to enable virtualization. So under security, go down to system security, okay, and click. All right. So you can see clearly that virtualization technology is indeed enabled. So to enable it, we need to press the left right arrows on our keyboard. So the left right arrows. Okay. So ensure you press on the left right arrows. So if you press on the left right arrows, it enables disabled. So you have to ensure that you press it and leave it while it's enabled. Okay, ensure it's enabled. All right, then you need to click on F10 to accept the changes. All right, just ensure you click on F10 to accept the changes. So I'll just do that. Accept. So I'll just click on F10. All right, perfect. So we need to go back. We need to go back to the first item, which is file, and save changes and exit. So I'm gonna save changes and exit and wait for this computer to restart so that we can try Ubuntu again. Right. So I've restarted the computer. I'll now open the Ubuntu again and check. So there it's loading. So I'll just have to give it a few more minutes to pretty much simple. As you can see, the problem is now gone. So we were successfully installed Linux distribution on our Windows machine. And now we are being asked to enter a new Unix username. So you can enter your username there. So in my case, let me try admin. So, okay, so let's see. Oh, so the user admin is already existing. So let's just use a unique name. I'll try GTech in my case now. All right. So fortunately, GTech has gone through. So let's set password. Indeed. So retype it. Perfect. So we've successfully achieved Linux terminal on our Windows PC. Now we can go ahead and run a few Linux tests on our. So I've noticed a very interesting behavior. Okay. So you see when I pin a domain name, it goes in temporary failure in name resolution. If I ping cisco.net or google.com, or are failures due to name resolution. But when I ping a specific IP address, it goes through. Okay. Oh, so even well, let me just try this. Copy. Then I come to my normal my local computer. Then CMD and ping that. Okay. Yep. Then I check this IP address. Let me just ping this IP address now on the on Ubuntu. Okay, so and hit enter. You see, it's going through. So basically, this is a name server issue. So we need to go into the Ubuntu and change the name server. Okay, so how do you do that one? Pretty much simple. First, we need to access via root. Okay, so how do you access via root? Pretty much simple. Just type sudo su and type the password. It was GTech. My password was GTech, and I entered the root. Okay, so we need to go into the Ubuntu systems network system and change the name server. So we are going to use Google as our name server. Okay, so how do we go into network config? So I'm just gonna say sudo nano is for editing files in Ubuntu or in Linux. Then etc then resolve, okay, dot config. Okay, so you need to go to this directory and that particular file, sorry, yep, this direct etc, then the file is resolve.config, then you just hit enter. Okay, so you see our name server cannot get us to the internet, so we need to change it. So what I'm gonna do, I want to make it Google. Okay, Google is always 8888.8.8.8. Then Control X on your keyboard, then save. Yes. Why? Then hit enter. Perfect. So exit the root. Then now let's try to ping Cisco.net. See, now it's going through. As well, let's try to ping google.com now, or my website. Let's start with my website. See, now it's going perfect. And finally, let's try to ping google.com. See, the resolution is now going through successfully. Thank you so much, guys. I believe this video has really helped you now to do 3 things: how to install Linux terminal in a Windows 10 or Windows 11 PC, and as well resolve minor issues or problem associated with installing the Linux terminal. And finally, I'm glad you've learned how to enable internet access and correct name resolution on your Ubuntu system on Windows 10 or Windows 11.